Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I think we have a special treat for you. We're dusting off a car that you haven't seen in a while, and it's right here behind the heavy Chevy. Let's pull her out. The GTO. Actually I went to go to the gym last night and I couldn't find the key to the Cruise, so I went into the box of keys and I laid everything out and I couldn't find the key to the SS, the second key. So it started me looking, and then I went into GTO thinking maybe I put it in here for some reason, I don't know, but I started looking at it. I'm like, yeah, she is in some dire need of attention. I'm not sure how good this shows up, but it kind of looks like one of those barnyard finds, because it's basically, yeah, been kind of sitting in the barn. I don't think the car has literally moved since the garage has been built over a year ago. So, and the tires are extremely low, so we're going to bring her up front, put some air in the tires, take her for a drive. At first we're going to give her a bath. She looks so good. I hate that the car even got that way. Honestly, I haven't driven it because a while back I did the rear. I did one wheel bearing and it didn't go as easy as planned, and I forgot to put in a C-clip, so I have to revisit it, and I'm kind of afraid to drive it until I get that C-clip put in, because I really don't need that bearing walking out. And then I don't know what could happen to the car. You know, if this bearing pushes in, you know, stuff comes loose or whatever, and I don't want to do anything to risk this car. But anyhow, I'm pretty sure everybody out there has that one thing in their car they hate washing. Like the HHR had the worst front end. Down low you had the little fog lights, the way the bumper was built in, you had these little square, and bugs always got, the front end took forever on that car. The GTO, believe it or not, for me, the thing I kind of dislike washing the most is this wing. The wing, it overhangs the body by a lot, and then so much soap and stuff gets caught up underneath here. See, there's a channel right here. I'm not sure how well that'll show up, but there's a channel up in there. That soap always loves to get stuck in, and it's so big and so much stuff gets underneath here. So now the funny thing is, you could tell this wing was some kind of afterthought. I'm not sure if the Monaros in Australia had the wing or not, but this is the only car I've seen from the, and I could be wrong, but this is the only car I've seen from the factory that you have a third brake light here on the back, and it's here in the wing too. And yes, they both light up at the same time. So you could tell if the wing was part of the original game plan for this car, they would not have put that third brake light on the back deck. Let's go up front and put some air in these tires. They are like drastically low. I'm not sure how well that'll. So put a little air in these tires and we'll go for a drive. Tell you what, when I do this bearing, I'm definitely gonna pressure bleed these brakes because they're very soft, but something doesn't feel right. This car feels like it's wig wagging. Probably not the smartest thing to do. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a little bit oversensitive to it, but it just kind of feels like, you hear the noise? See, when I make a right-hand turn, it goes away. That sounds absolutely horrible. So yeah, we're gonna take this home. I'm not gonna risk anything happening because it just feels like the back end maybe is shifting a little. Maybe it's, like I said, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just paranoid about that. But it's thumping pretty loud back there. And I still hear that ooh, so something's not right, man. Let's get this car back home safe. I can't believe how far these brakes go down. This is horrible. Good thing is I have that pressure bleeder system. It's like a bug spray. You put brake fluid in, you pump it up, you screw the cap onto the master cylinder, and then all you have to do is open up the bleeder valves on the calipers, and see if I make a left turn, it goes away. So, on a right turn, it's still there. Left turn, quiet. Right turn, loud. Here, let me show you. You guys can see me move the steering wheel. Quiet, loud, quiet. I love this car too much to let anything happen to it. I don't want to. I was really hoping to go for like a nice long drive and talk about the car, but I can't risk something happening to this baby. But yeah, this is why I haven't seen more of the car. I mean, I've taken the 50 out, I've taken the SS out. This car's just a little injured at the moment. See a big right-hand turn here. Lots of noise. Go left. So I mean that's kind of telling me it's the wheel bearing. Now before anybody says something, yes, I'm aware these cars have a differential issue, especially with the oil. I've already swapped out the oil. That's initially what I thought it was, and it's raining. And I did add the Torco differential, the Posi additive to it, which everybody on the forums recommends. That was the best stuff for these rear ends. So I put the Torco fluid with the Posi additive. So, and I can't believe it's raining. All right, we'll go put this back in the back cave, and then we'll talk about the GTO just a little bit more. There's your SS. There's the 50. There's the GTO. Let's open the hood, let the heat out. There's the super sexy SS, the 50, and the GTO. Should have probably power washed the engine compartment too. It's kind of a little bit filthy. Look at how tiny a 6-liter is in this car. Look at how much room. Look at all the room in here. Especially like, so headers and stuff work really well in these cars. I mean, you just got plenty of room. Probably my favorite car. I mean, I've had that thing forever. I've owned it since new. You know, unfortunately, the GTO is one of those cars that people either love it or they hate it. I know majority of people wish there was something more retro about it, but I mean, seriously, look back at the GTOs. To me, I think the only ones I like were like the 68, 69 with the urethane front with the hideaway headlight. I think that was 68 too, I think. Not 100% sure. I'm not totally up on my GTOs. But none of them were small cars. They were all large, quite boxy. So, I mean, what GTO do you really want it to look like? It's the question. And then, I mean, to me, you really just, you're not giving the car a chance or giving it justice if you're just going to hold it by the name and it looking or not looking retro. You got a LS1, very strong four-speed. The factory four-speed automatic will chirp the tires in second gear. It's amazing for a factory transmission. So it's a great car, man. It's comfortable. It handles really well. I mean, it's got gobs of power. It's LS2. It's 400 horse. So I don't know. It's a great car. Just, you know, unfortunately, just never really had a chance. I don't think any of the Holdens that they ever brought over here really. The G8 did better because they offered more than one model. So you had the G8 GT, the GXP, and then you had like a 6-cylinder version. So they sold quite a bit more of those for that reason. But yeah, the GTO and the SS, you had one model. You had an option between a stick and an automatic. There's not a whole lot in the way of options with these cars. It was kind of like take it or leave it. The SS, the only option you can get is a sunroof. Oh, a sunroof, full-size spare tire, and the choice of transmissions, automatic and stick. The GTO, you know, you had interior color options, and then you had you could get a stick or an automatic. You could actually delete the wing or delete the hood scoops, and then they had a package, I forget what they call it, but it had a different front end, and the rear end and the side rockers were a little bit different. It was an appearance package. So it really wasn't much, so like I said, it's pretty much take it or leave it, and they were pricey for the day. That 2005, that car stickered at $34,000. Not cheap, but we definitely need to get it running. Alright, I think the next thing I might work on is we have to fix this mess that happened camping. So I got the new harness. I just don't know if I can get to it right now. It's not looking too promising. And the mosquitoes are starting to come out. It's getting to be that time of day, so might put this off until tomorrow. Oh yeah, let's put it off till tomorrow. Brian sent me another tune for the Project Z28, so let's put the RV away and then let's go tune the Z28, get it out before the spring comes, and then we'll fix the RV. Alright everyone, it's time to wrap this up. I want to get this video out before the big long weekend that we're about to have here in America. For us, it's our Independence Day celebration. Happens on July 4th. I know a lot of people call it 4th of July, but it's actually Independence Day. This is when we broke free, became our own country. We left the king and queen and the rule of England, and we wanted to form our own country, one of representation of the people for the people. I know we're not going to get into politics. It's a little bit of a mess these days. Probably not what the founding fathers had in mind, but we did break free, became our own country, and it's important to remember this and celebrate. So everyone stay safe. If you're in America, let's not blow off any digits and drink too much. Let's party responsibly. So that being said, Project Z28, the tune I talked about in the video, I actually loaded up for the car show. So I don't have anything right now. I'm waiting to hear from Brian. He's trying to figure out a way to hook the wideband sensor to the laptop so we can data log with the software that we're using. He thinks there's a way to do it. He's talking to a couple people. Because right now I basically just videotape the gauge and I tell him where I'm at. I'm going full throttle, I'm at 3,000 RPM, I'm at 2,000 RPM to give him an idea what the car is doing. So it's kind of like the best we can do right now. So he's trying to figure that out. So I still need to put the speed sensor in here. I don't have a working speedometer. I also need to fix that harness on the RV. So that definitely needs to happen because we have a camping trip coming up. Like I said, we're camping 1 week every month. Every month we have a 1 week camping trip, and I really can't wait to do this full time. So that way we kind of stay on like I really hate going from car to traveling. I mean, that's why I know this one reason this channel has never really blown up and grown as fast as other channels, because I do like little things with cars here and there. I didn't have money to modify stuff, and I mean, for a channel of growth, to be on one level of content really helps. But I mean, I love that everybody supports this and that you guys are interested in me, my life, my wife, and our interactions and stuff. So the stuff that we do, you guys are interested in and hanging out for that. It's very humbling, it truly is, and I appreciate it. Said I never really thought that the YouTube stuff would go anywhere. It was just kind of a way for me to deal with stuff. It was, you know, it still helps thinking about the edit, thinking about how to film, and the interaction with people. So it is appreciated. So I can't wait to travel all over. And don't forget, I'm still a car guy, man. I love engineering, I love architecture, I love nature, I love cars. So when we travel, I'm gonna find car stuff, car events, car stuff to do. I love engineering stuff. Like in Panama, I really wanted to see the canal, but the visitor center, like I said, was closed. I love engineering, big things like that. So look for some cool stuff. I mean, just even though we're traveling, you know, and I'm not doing stuff on my cars, still gonna find some cool stuff to do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing the GTL. Let me know down below, man. Do you like the GTL? You glad to see her back out, get a little drive in? Said I really don't want anything happen to that car, so I need to fix the bearing. I've just been so preoccupied with this car, everything going on with it, and then back problems and stuff like that. It makes it kind of hard. Some days I just have like no energy and very little ambition to do anything. It's really hard. That's why I just want to travel. That's why, like with this car, I just found with my back, the pain I'm in, it's really, really hard to get myself going to try to do stuff. Even though I love the cars, just working on them takes a lot. So anyhow, that's where we're at with that. Still need to put the speed sensor in here. Need to fix the RV. We have a camping trip coming up. And yeah, so we got some stuff coming up. But I want to get this video out before the long weekend, before everybody heads out, starts drinking, eating, partying, doing whatever. So I want to get this video out. So I'll have all that stuff for you in the next video. Everyone, party responsibly. If you're here in the States, stay safe no matter where you are. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Wife's home, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.